Welcome to FDVN's channel. In today's video, we will introduce the new lesson, the Law of Tort. Exercise 1. In England and the USA there is an area of law called the Law of Tort. It is the law of civil responsibility. It is an area of civil law. Listen carefully and fill in the blank. The Law of Tort says that everyone has a civil duty to be careful and not to hurt or harm another person. Lawyers call this civil duty of care. Sometimes people breach this duty of care. To breach means to break. Very often they breach the duty of care by accident, but sometimes they do it deliberately. If someone hurts or harms another person because of a breach, we call this harmful action a tort. This means that some things that might be criminal in your legal system are a tort in England and the USA. Look at the list of harmful actions below. In England and the USA they are usually torts: leaving the floor of a shop in a dangerous condition so that a customer falls and hurts her leg, saying something that is bad about someone, which isn't true, writing a negative story in a newspaper about someone, which isn't true, playing loud music late every night, which disturbs your neighbors. This area of law is easier to understand by thinking of a tort as being a type of civil wrong. Each of the torts listed above has a special name. The tort that happens most often is called negligence. Negligence is when someone is not careful enough and this person's carelessness hurts another person as a result. The person who is hurt is called the injured person. When someone hurts you as a result of his or her actions, you need to consult a lawyer who specializes in the right area of tort. The lawyer will try to get you money from the careless person. This money is called compensation or, more correctly, damages. Sometimes the lawyers can't agree on the amount of damages. When this happens, the injured person may decide to sue the person who has hurt them. Suing someone is a more informal way of saying starting proceedings against someone in a civil court. The claim form will state the claimant's allegations against the defendant. An allegation is like an accusation. The claimant is stating that something happened, but the defendant has the opportunity to say that this is not true. The reasons for going to court are called the grounds. The grounds for an action in tort are that the defendant committed a tort. Sometimes a lawyer who specializes in the tort of negligence makes an agreement with a client. The agreement is that if the client does not win the case, then he or she does not have to pay for the lawyer's services. This is called a no-win no-fee arrangement. It is allowed in the UK and the USA. 2. Answer the questions that follow using a full sentence. 1. How do lawyers say to break a duty of care? 2. In England and the USA, is the law of tort an area of criminal or civil law? 3. There are different types of tort. In general, what is a tort? 4. What does suing mean? 5. What is the correct name for the money that an injured person gets from the defendant in a successful action in tort? 6. What is the correct name for an arrangement where a client does not have to pay his or her lawyer if the client loses his or her action in tort? Three. Put a word from the key vocabulary in exercise 1 into the following sentences. 1. I am the owner of the shop because there was water on the floor and I fell and hurt my back. 2. I am a lawyer who specializes in the tort of people are just not careful enough. At the moment I am acting for the injured person in more than 20 different cases. 3. The machines in the clothing factory were old and dangerous and one of the employees injured his hand. The employee sued the factory owners and got £5,000 in. 3. Put a word from the key vocabulary in exercise 1 into the following sentences. 1. I am the owner of the shop because there was water on the floor and I fell and hurt my back. 2. I am a lawyer who specializes in the tort of people are just not careful enough. At the moment I am acting for the injured person in more than 20 different cases. 3. The machines in the clothing factory were old and dangerous and one of the employees injured his hand. The employee sued the factory owners and got £5,000 in.